Primary election day is just hours away. Take a look at the latest polls heading into tomorrow. Democrat Xavier Becerra is still holding a lead, and we're now watching the fight for second place. Republican Hilton has the #2 spot in 2 of the latest polls, but Democrat Steyer is ahead in a third poll. At noon tonight, candidates for governor are not slowing down. They are campaigning all across the state. ABC 10 State Matters political reporter Jenny Huh is live in downtown LA tonight. And Jenny, a busy day for the candidates.
Yeah, well, hello and good evening from Los Angeles, where one of the leading Democratic candidates, Xavier Becerra, will be hosting his election night watch party on Tuesday night. Now, Becerra emerged as one of the front runners in the race following former candidate and former Congressman Eric Swalwell's exit from the race. As you mentioned, Chris, 3 major polls have come out just days away from the primary. And though the numbers vary, there is a common theme. Becerra is in the lead, with Steyer and Hilton in a close second. So that is the big question. Will the top 2 advancing to the November runoff be 2 Democrats, the more status quo, government experienced Xavier Becerra and billionaire progressive Steyer, or could it be one of those 2 alongside the Trump-endorsed Republican Hilton? I asked election data expert Paul Mitchell.
Who among the candidates that might be able to win am I most aligned with? And so that has pushed a lot of voters towards either Becerra or Steyer, a lot of the Democratic voters. And on the Republican side, some of the same math has pushed Hilton up. Becerra became a front runner what seems like 15 minutes ago. He didn't get a chance to do a lot of spending on what his biography is, tell voters who he is, months ago. He's having to do that here at the tail end of the campaign.
Mitchell says there are strategic voting voters, especially Democratic ones in this primary. A couple weeks ago, there was the very real concern Democrats could split the vote among all of their candidates, allowing for 2 Republicans to advance to November. Now, that is less likely, but voters, experts say, are still choosing to be safe, voting for a Steyer or Becerra rather than someone they may actually want to vote for, like Katie Porter, Matt Mahan, Tony Thurmond, Antonio Villaraigosa. So again, just a day out from the primary. Experts say it's a tight race among these 3 leading candidates, and we may not even know until Friday or so which 2 will be headed to the runoff.
Indeed, that's something to keep in mind. And Jenny, I know Paul mentioned this concept of ballot clutching. Talk more about that and why voters are holding on to their ballots.
Ballot clutching, exactly what it sounds like. Part of that strategic voting, especially with Democratic voters, Chris, and that is largely the uncertainty and kind of chaos and confusion that was reflected in this primary, because the number of candidates, the number of developments you had on the Democratic side, like with Katie Porter and Eric Swalwell. So it's this hesitation by voters and really kind of waiting until the last minute for some sort of direction by the party, and even these polls to indicate to them which Democratic candidates are in the lead and are actually viable enough to advance to November. So like we said, Becerra and Steyer, and that is why a lot of these Democratic voters are trending towards those 2. Back to you, Chris.
Hopefully it also means that voters are engaged and paying attention. It's something we're going to be watching for as we head into tomorrow. Jenny, live for us in LA, we thank you. And streaming now on the free ABC 10 TV streaming app, the 8 leading candidates in the race for governor speak to ABC 10 about their vision for the state. Just look for the California governor's race on the home screen.